Hey everyone, I'm Rachel with Adventurous Heart, and today's adventure takes us to another awesome place. Yes, I am in Washington State. Just completed 3 days on a stand-up paddleboard level 3 Coastal American Canoe Association course. We had wind, waves, fog, all kinds of stuff. So I'll put in a couple clips here. But first, where I am right now as this adventure continues is the world's largest spruce tree. Check this out at 191 feet tall, bigger than some buildings, 1,000 years old. This spruce tree, I'm over in Quinault Valley, and this is the world's largest spruce. And you can see in some pictures where I'm next to it that this tree is massive. And of course it's in a rainforest, so yeah, it's raining today. But it doesn't take away from the majestic beauty of this tree. This tree is amazing. Not only the age and the sheer size, but look at the raindrops just dancing off of it little by little. You get about 12 foot of rain next to this tree a year. Circumference over 58 feet. Height almost 200. When you cross this bridge and you see the spruce, it's amazing. But then compare it to the other big ones that are here, and they look tiny, but they're actually pretty good sized trees too. It's just a fabulous place. If you're driving through on your way to the Olympic Peninsula, definitely stop by and see this massive, amazing spruce tree. All right, on to more adventures. Let's see what today and this trip brings. The adventure continues on the Quinault rainforest trail. It's about a half mile, and this is a Douglas fir that is about 400 years old. Hiking in the rainforest, whether it's Quinault or Hoh rainforest, it's just beautiful out here. And just a fun reminder of leave no trace. Fun little sign that plants grow by the inch but die by the foot. Don't let it be by your foot. Follow the path when you're out enjoying all of these beautiful adventures. Alright, so if you follow my channel, you know that I am all about following the adventures that are in your heart. So the plan today was to go to Hoh rainforest, but along the way I saw some signs for the world's biggest spruce, which you saw, as well as the Quinault rainforest, and I figured, hey, if it's the Hoh rainforest, the Quinault must be pretty good too. So I made sure I stopped here. So we did a quarter-mile loop of the Quinault rainforest, and as I was doing the loop, I heard this little gem, and because I'm all about following the adventures of your heart, I had to come explore it, see what it looked like. And so I encourage you, when you're out living every day, if you think of something that you want to do, figure out a plan and a way to be able to do it. I wanted to go to Washington for quite a long time, and when the opportunity allowed for that to happen, I jumped on it and said, heck yes, let's make it happen. So as I continue on this Washington adventure, I want you to make sure whatever adventures you have in your heart, that you continue to find out a way to be able to do them. Follow the adventures in your heart and come along as I continue to follow mine. As you try to follow the adventures in your heart, let this tree be a reminder that if at first it doesn't succeed or your plan dies, not to worry. New growth, new inspiration can happen, and one day you will have accomplished the adventure that is in your heart. So get out there again and do what you were meant to do. Live the life that you want to. Here is the beautiful tree of life. It's amazing how the root structure has just propped itself up in this area. It's a pretty massive tree. Look at all of these roots. This is again from the inside of the tree of life. I'll give you a view from the outside as well. An outside view of the tree of life. It's just so cool how this tree continues to support itself, clearly on high tides, very high tides, probably king tides. It comes all the way up there and has created this tree in the way it is, and it's still holding on. And look at all the driftwood that has been put up here by the tides. Made it to Ho Rainforest, going to follow the Hall of Mosses and then probably the Spruce Trail. So here we are at the Hall of Mosses, Ho Rainforest. Let's see how mossy this trail gets. The Hall of Mosses, another temperate rainforest, similar to the Quinault rainforest. Even the dead ones have a purpose. Home to animals, fungi growing. It's a complete ecosystem. And the creek that you saw is one of the clearest I've seen. And let me tell you, when I touched it, it was cold. And I even looked down at my foot and saw a squirrel, a little red squirrel running alongside me. Go ahead. So that was, I think, according to a sign, a Douglas squirrel. Looks similar to red squirrels back home. Oop, he's super fast. He just ran under there. Definitely a lot more moss on the trees. Take in the beauty of all of the moss that is here as you listen to and appreciate that, yes, in the rainforest, it is of course raining today. Wouldn't have it any other way. The fall color change is very vibrant here, thanks to the vine maples amongst all of the mosses. I love this, the complete circle of life. Here's a dead, decaying tree that has fell down, gosh, at least 20 plus years, and new trees that are growing on it. say there's probably more people here at the Hoh rainforest than the Quinault, but at this very moment, I'm the only one here, and it is so quiet. You can see how shallow the roots are on a lot of these, but how impressive it is. The depth of the canopy and the mosses when you're here is just outstanding. Everywhere you look, there's tons of moss. The leaves are changing. It's just breathtaking scenery out here, not to mention how big and tall the trees are. It just makes you feel pretty small, but in an impactful and powerful way. We'll leave the Hall of Mosses and go to the Spruce Trail. So you can see just how tall these magnificent trees are. I'm on the Spruce Trail now, and I'm just so impressed with the ecosystem out here. Obviously a dead, decaying wood, right? But new growth within it. And that new growth is growing up and around, and it has all of these mosses on it. Check out the variety. Well, let's keep on exploring. Always follow those adventures. The great part about the Spruce Nature Trail is that it does put you out next to the Hoh River. In fact, the area I was just walking in used to be the river floor. As you know, nature always changes. It's a little rainy, a little cloudy here, so you can't get a huge view. But this is pretty spectacular. The Hoh River flowing from glacier water, so it's very, very cold. Mount Olympus. Check out that view. And I will say the Spruce Trail is not nearly as busy as the Hall of Mosses. So if you're looking to get away from folks, maybe check that one out. As I mentioned, the trail that I was just on is the New Forest that used to be river, and you can see what type of material is under it. All of these stones under the soil that now supports some pretty massive growing trees. Along the trail there are fun little facts you can read, and I've been learning about nurse trees. And nurse trees are basically fallen logs where seedlings can grow, and here you can tell that there used to be a dead tree here because all of these grew up on it in a straight line. It's just amazing how nature works to create what it needs to. And so you can see right here, dead tree, new growth over a long, long time. Yes, folks, we're in the town of Forks, where twilight takes place. All right, so after checking out the temperate rainforests that are here in the United States, checking out the Quinault and the Hoh rainforest, you definitely need to go and check them out. They were so cool. Late last night, I drove through Forks, which if you're a Twilight fan, you might recognize that, and then ended up here in Port Angeles. And it is a beautiful port town. I was supposed to go whale watching, but storms are coming in, high winds later today, so that's not happening. So instead I'm going to go to Crescent Lake, and be able to check out all the cool things that Lake Crescent has, and do a little more hiking there. But I want to put that in another video because these explorations of Washington has made this one quite long. So I'm gonna end it here with Port Angeles, show you a few more sites, and then if you would like to check out Lake Crescent, go ahead and check out the next video. Thank you so much for watching and enjoying some of the trips here in Washington on my adventure. I hope you get out and have so much fun in all of your own adventures. Get out there and follow the adventures in your heart. One last treasure to leave you with. Yes, my friends, those are starfish attached to the piling. It is low tide, starting to become high tide, but still pretty low. So those little guys are hanging on that post, and there's one more. One as well. So definitely take time, look around, see what discoveries you can find on your next adventure.